everyone, and welcome to another edition of Inspire Africa. Today we go to Mali to find out more about the young entrepreneur creating a sustainable ecosystem for herders and farmers in his country. Plus, a glimpse into the second edition of the Bushman Festival, a mobile-centered filmmaking competition taking place in Côte d'Ivoire. And finally, we sneak a peek into the life and aspirations of an atypical pageant queen from Uganda. Stick with us. A few years ago, a young man identified a problem that farmers were faced with in rural areas in Mali, where substantial amounts of cow milk are wasted every day. Fast forward to today, and he runs a growing sustainable milk product business, all the while promoting local consumption. Ilet Bissou tells us more.
To perpetuate the breeding of Malian cows through pasteurization, the process, although far from new, was nevertheless in the forefront when Bobo Sango, a young entrepreneur from the center of the country, set up a fresh milk and processing and storage unit in Bamako in 2017. Then, witnessing the difficulties encountered by herders in Jene, his native town, the young man began to think about the future of the dairy industry.
After a study that gave me figures, out of 35,000 liters of milk produced per day, 10,000 liters of milk are poured, because there are no means of preserving quality and being able to sell this production. So I thought to myself, how to find a solution to this problem that has persisted for centuries.
The entrepreneur works in collaboration with a team of young people who are just as passionate as he is about promoting local consumption. Making pasteurized milk is a meticulous process consisting of a series of crucial steps.
Pasteurization is the process of boiling milk for a few minutes at a temperature of about 75 to 80 degrees Celsius. As soon as it reaches this temperature, the fire is extinguished and the milk cooled to about 40 to 45 degrees Celsius. It is at this stage that the lactic ferments are put in and kept at a temperature of 40 to 42 degrees Celsius for 4 to 6 hours. As at this step, the product is put in the bottles that are labeled and stored in the refrigerator.
Bobo and his employees produced 30,000 liters of pasteurized milk in 2018. In the long term, the setup aims to produce more than 1,000 liters per day and increase its distribution capacity on the local market. The young entrepreneur also plans to invest on human resources and innovation. He also remains optimistic about the future of the sector.
Mali is the first livestock country in the Francophone zone, which has a large number of livestock and produces more than 5 million liters of milk per year, with an estimated import of 40 billion CFA franc. The milk sector in Mali is really promising and very dynamic.
The startup allows as many Malians as possible to consume organic dairy products without breaking the bank. This is the farm's motto, an idea that has been met with success among consumers and African economic operators. In 2017, the company was voted Best Startup in Africa in the agriculture category.
For some of you, your smartphone's main purpose may be to call, send messages, keep up with your emails, the news, or social media. But for others, its most valuable asset is the lens. Indeed, in an era where mobile phone cameras produce high-quality footage, one does not need a full set and state-of-the-art equipment to showcase creativity and vision in a film. Doria Yedo has a story.
The idea is slowly gaining ground, and there are numbers to show. More than 3,600 films were selected for the second edition of Bushman Film Festival, which promotes making films using a mobile phone.
We actually received 5,051 films in all, so we had to sort out, we had to classify, but unfortunately we had to reject some of the works because it did not correspond with the ideals of our festival. But we made a selection of these films, especially those made with mobile phones, because we must not forget that our focus is on smartphones. And as you know, our film festival is the best across West Africa. So we picked some few films, prioritized short films, be it documentary, fiction, or series.
As smartphone usage goes up in Africa, young people were given basic training on filmmaking and innovation to the festival, which took place in Abidjan, Ivory Coast.
Well, everyone has a mobile phone, and the new generation of today really understand how these tools work and social networks. So the idea was to tell them to go beyond the peak of their creativity. With a mobile phone and an idea, you can just have a project, a film project, and we just support you by providing this space for 3 days.
Many of the creatives were then awarded for their works. Oka Ephraim won with his short film set in Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso.
It's a lot more a matter of means. I always wanted to make mini films, and to make mini films I needed camera, pitch and others, and I did not have the means to have all of this. This festival was necessary because there is a lot of young people like me who do not really have the means to have a professional equipment and who make videos with mobile phones. But it is not because they make the videos with the mobile phones that the quality is not good.
With 350 scheduled films, it is the first time a film festival in Francophone Africa has proved a smartphone as a tool that is changing how films are made.
She is redefining what it means to have beauty and brains. Queen Anibakio is the whole package, and after taking home yet another crown as Miss World Africa 2018, she's taken on a different kind of challenge. She joins me now to tell me more about her goals and how she wishes to inspire her fellow Ugandans. Hello, Queen, and welcome to Inspire Africa. Queen, you're the first Miss Uganda to make it in the top 5 for Miss World and to become Miss World Africa. Did you ever expect to become such a success on the world stage?
Now, truth be told, we had a mentality that Uganda would never place to top 30 or top 20. So I went knowing, yes, you're going for Miss World, have fun, do your best. But I did not know I would make it to top 30, then top 20, then top 5 and Miss World Africa. It is a dream come true, not for me alone, but for the country and for the other girls out there that look up to me.
Queen, I would love to know more about the projects that you've been pursuing in Uganda and beyond since becoming Miss World Africa.
Currently, the project I'm working on is fighting teenage pregnancies, and it's under a project called Keeping a Girl Child in School, and that is with the Miss Uganda Foundation. Now, for other projects, they are in the pipelines, and I will be sharing that information very soon.